Some time ago, I also did another video attempting to explain karma to the Western audiences. But because of the things I keep hearing, I'd like to go a little bit deeper about it. Because, as I said before, these days, this word karma is more and more and more coming into the mouths of people, in particularly in the Western world. But it is unfortunately done in the really wrong way. So, in which occasions do you hear this word karma? And is always it has been to condemn somebody who has upset them. Ah, so and so did this to me. See now what is happening to him? Ah, that is karma for what he did to me. So there is a God out there somehow looking after you, making sure nobody upsets you. Yet when these very people they become quite healed or they go through losses or things like that, they never think, oh, this is my karma. They say, oh no, this is just the normal events of life, it happens. But when it is to someone who has upset them, then, oh, it is the karma. It is somehow a universal law that upsets anybody who upsets us. Now, karma is nothing like that in the Eastern concept. As a matter of fact, karma is something that frees you. And that is why very often you see wonderful people, really loving, kind, generous people who are going through a bad illness and they die prematurely. So then you say, well, why the really the dishonest, the hateful people, they don't get punished, and it is the really good people who get punished. And there is a further understanding, and that is actually often this person who is suffering so much, yet is so full of kindness and love and laughter, is, yes, suffering, but is being liberated. Is being liberated. Because if we go through the theory of reincarnation, rebirth, we come from the light, we fall down from it, and then we learn, and find our way back home. So, what these people is, yes, maybe something that in the past they have done is causing this problem. But why the majority of people, once they have got some problems or mishaps or illnesses in their life, most people they just react with resentment. Why me? Why me? Is these people they choose to stay in a state of love, empathy, sympathy, and acceptance of the present moments, and vowing to make the best of that present moment. And when this happens, all this love that is generated will, at the time of death, clear us of every karma we had. So they are going towards liberation. That is their last suffering before freedom. And the person that is creating all this pain and nothing is happening to him, the ignorant that say, oh, it's just a punishment, then they say, well, this guy is a saint. Maybe he has killed people, done this, but he's full of money, he's got a beautiful mansion, a beautiful family. So where is the justice? Because karma is about rebalancing and justice. So, according to it, that rich people, the rich person, but also dishonest person, yes, he's enjoying the fruits of his painful ways, of the earth he has created. But sooner or later in this life or in the next one, he will have to go through that pain. But that pain, in a way, you can say is an act of compassion, is trying to awaken you and see what is it that you can understand and achieve through it. For example, I can have quite a lot of pain and restriction, constriction, um, but I realize that somehow is in certain lives or at certain time the way in which I have constricted and hurt other people. So now by confessing my sin, by being ready to admit it, not always to project it on others, although sometimes it is other people's fault, but a lot of the time we also have to look our part in it. So by doing that, and by cultivating devotion, by cultivating love towards life, then that negativity we have starts leaving us, and that love that we have been creating, that we have been emitting, will be with us at the very end of times on this planet. But when we leave it, then the light will welcome us, welcome home. So don't think just because everything is going well that somehow you are free of karma and you can be arrogant and dismissive and point your finger at others. See, he has got really bad ways. Mine is really good. So they deserve it because they upset me when I was 10 years old. So, but we don't know what's going to happen to us tomorrow. And if there is the justice of rebirth and and the message of going back home, then that pain that is happening to us is a freeing force. So concentrate on your life, on what's going on with you, not the pseudo punishment that you see in others. And even I'll say that above the concept of it being liberating, or even the concept that there is a reincarnation, but always try to just be compassionate, to compassionate in a sense of empathy. Be so towards people who suffer. And when you suffer, try to learn with it. Try to offer it to wherever, the divine, so forth, and try to get close to the depth of your heart and your connection to the whole of life. And please stop, if you are one of those, pointing your finger at others and saying, it's the karma. Because I'll say, look after your karma and be aware of what's coming to you. Because if you wish ill to others, and if you rejoice of the pain of others, watch out, it could happen to you. It could happen to me. So take good care, and I hope that some people will watch this video and stop talking nonsense. Love you.